Sometimes it's nice to take some time out. Do what you really want to do. Just to relax and let the world fly by you. Forget your worries, no need to hurry. Just leave a sign to say.
Hey everyone, how are you all doing today? My name is Nate, and today I'm here to talk about one of my favorite weapons in TF2. It goes by various names. Most of them are vulgar, because some people don't like getting killed by it. This is the direct hit. It's been around for quite some time. It was added in TF2 way back in 2009, back before I even knew about this game. And surprisingly enough, it hasn't gone through any significant buffs or nerfs after all these years. It's what I would consider one of Valve's perfect weapons, honestly. It should be displayed on a shelf in their office, right next to all those, soccer trophies from their kids or whatever. As many of you know, the default rocket launcher is typically everyone's favorite choice of a primary weapon, and for a good reason. It's the most versatile option, and it allows Soldier to be useful in just about any situation he's thrown in. Valve designed it to be a splash damage weapon, capable of wrecking just about anything put in its path. I like to imagine when the designers were sitting around the table, showing off the concept to their boss, he looked at it and said, "Ah yes, now this is the pinnacle of good design. It's perfect! Now make it thick." So they made the direct hit. To put it simply, the direct hit takes all of the power from the stock rocket launcher and compresses it into a concentrated beam of pure spite. Instead of walking out into the battlefield and saying, "Yeah, I think I'll send some rockets over here to hurt like 2 or 3 people," you're now saying, "I really just don't like this heavy who's named Nugget." This thing absolutely excels at taking out one player at a time. When you're on the enemy team, it's like being called to the front of the class by Professor Soldier, who's gonna teach you a lesson about speedrunning your death. When comparing it to the stock rocket launcher, we can see that the direct hit has an increased damage bonus of 25%. If the default base damage is at 90, that brings the number up to 112. That seems like a lot, doesn't it? It's pretty cool. But the reason why this change is so significant is because of one important thing we need to include, and that's the ramp-up damage. The general idea behind fall-off and ramp-up damage is that you do less damage the farther away you are from a player, and more damage when you're close to them. For the default rocket launcher, the max amount of damage you can do in a normal shot is about 112. But for the direct hit, that number is 140. And if you don't already get the point that I'm trying to make here, this should help a little bit.
Captain!
Yeah?
No!
Not only does this weapon absolutely destroy low health players, but it's one of the strongest weapons in the game for destroying engineer buildings. Since buildings don't take fall off or ramp up damage, the most you can do with a stock rocket launcher is the base damage of 90 per shot, meaning a level 3 sentry will take at least 3 rockets to destroy, while the direct hit only requires 2. If the engineer is walking away restoring its health, it's going to be much harder to destroy it with just a stock rocket launcher. This very high damage output will definitely keep players on their toes. It makes Soldier feel even more like the flying tank he already was. That's why it's very important for the... Okay, hold on. Can we go back and pause for a moment? Do you see this? This is not okay. I don't know what kind of sick person thought that Soldier should be allowed to kill a full health heavy with 1 rocket from across the map But I'm going to pretend that someone at Valve showed up to work really angry one day because he spilled coffee on his tie and decided to give the direct hit random crits. If you thought the direct hit still wasn't strong enough, just wait until you hit some random guy in the face with a crit that you did not mean to shoot. Every time I do it, I get secondhand pain from the person I just killed. This insane crit damage is also one of the reasons why using the buff banner is a fantastic secondary choice. If you hit a target directly with a mini crit rocket, you will do a minimum of 152 damage. You quite literally turn into a sniper rifle, except you don't have to aim for the head. The insane 80% projectile speed helps you directly hit players from just about any point on the map. You don't have to lead your shots as far, since the travel time to the player is much shorter, meaning you're also going to be killing the players faster. It's especially useful against enemy snipers who are just chilling on the other end of the map, right? With a regular rocket launcher, they're going to have a lot more time to just scooch out of the way. It's really nice to just get to poke them with something they're going to have a hard time reacting to. Of course, this insane damage and projectile speed doesn't come for free. There's always a big downside to using a strong weapon such as this one, and it's put very simply in this small line of red text at the bottom of the stats. The rockets have a negative 70% explosion radius. Now, there are two types of people who use the direct hit. You either ignore this stat and hit every single one of your shots with 100% accuracy, or you look like you're aiming your mouse with your elbow. I'm usually the second one. Woohoo, I love using this weapon. It does so much more damage than stock, and everyone dies so quickly. I'm starting to think this thing is, overpowered or something. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. This is the stuff I'm not supposed to show in my videos, so you guys think I'm good at the game. When you miss your shots with a direct hit, the game really lets you know how dumb you look. I mean, this guy, for example, he's just standing there, and I can't hit him. The worst part is, he doesn't even know that I'm shooting at him.
Did you hear something?
No.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around! I'm right here, just look at me! So to be effective with this weapon, it's going to take some decent practice to land your hits. You can't just spam the rockets willy-nilly like all the other rocket launchers. Every shot is very important, since you either do a lot of damage or zero. Another issue with this weapon is that you will need to adjust your rocket jumping. Since the rockets travel faster and the explosion radius is smaller, it's going to make certain jumps play out differently. You might not get the same speed trying to go up ramps or landing a quick speed shot, but it's still possible to pull them off if you adjust your timing. If you only plan on using it for simple jumps to get around, then it's really not a big deal during actual games. So to summarize the basic stats, the direct hit has a high damage output on single targets, crits and mini crits are ridiculous, and the rockets travel very fast. As long as you can hit your shots, it's a very strong rocket launcher in most situations. Wait, hold on a second. What's happening here? I shot this man's feet and now he's flying straight up in the air. This doesn't usually happen, they usually just fly back a little bit. Wait, hold on. All I have to do now is... This thing is designed to hit air shots. Sometimes I feel like my brain overdoses on dopamine when I see another player just flying carelessly through the air because it does mini crits when someone is airborne by either an explosion, a grappling hook, or jetpack. I don't know what more I need to say about that. It's just great. Players go up in the air and they don't come back down. All you gotta do is get one nice shot at their feet and they'll usually just fly straight up. If you shoot one more, it does mini crit damage. This is what I like to call the bop and pop, because you just bop them once and then they fly up and pop. It's like your very own fireworks show. I don't know how exactly knockback physics work, but I assume the direct hits increased damage is what makes players get launched like this. It works out perfectly because when players are knocked into the air, they usually hit the peak of their jump at the same time you can shoot another rocket. And since your rockets move so fast, it's so much easier to hit them.
Yes!
going in the video.
Oh, I didn't expect it. Now I'm just actually depressed.
How does it feel to get random air shot
All
crit?
right.
You can even save yourself the work by just letting other players jump first. If a soldier rocket jumps at you, that's a mini crit. Devilmen flying around the map, that's the same exact thing. It's the best when pilots jump around too, because their jetpacks are so loud, and you're like, oh boy, here it comes, and then they're gone. I love the direct hit. That's all I have left to say. It feels very well balanced, it lets you pick off specific players, and it's great against destroying buildings. If you put in the time to learn how to consistently land your shots, you'll find that the direct hit is an incredible alternative to the stock rocket launcher. It has a very high skill ceiling, and it will feel very rewarding when you quickly and efficiently destroy that guy you just launched a million miles into the air. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. As always, thank you all so much for watching and your continued support, and I hope to see you next time.